Is this thing working? This fucking piece of shit microphone. Spent every fucking layer of sound up to the goddamn computer showed that I was getting audio from fucking this microphone into the interface, into the recording interface, through this fucking XSplit window. The only place it wasn't going was goddamn YouTube. It's really pissing me off. So, guess I'm gonna use this piece of shit, like literally fucking garbage microphone, because apparently it works better. XSplit likes this. It doesn't like the real fucking shit. So, here we go. Got some motherfucking news. You guys want to see some motherfucking news? Literally no one has ever done this before, by the way. This is why this has been so hard. Because I'm the only person in the history of time that's ever thought to read some news live on the internet. So I've got some comments over here. If you come in, this is really distracting. I see myself like a half a second later. If you, let me switch to that. Yeah, there we go. If you post in the chat the headline of an article and whatever like site that it went to, then I will I'll read it here, and that way, stupid pop-ups, and that way I can read some news. So Lakemba, actually, before I get to one, there's one Lakemba sent me earlier today, and let me find it. It was from independent.co.uk. I'm going to pull that up on this screen. Meanwhile, over here, this is a great story. Here's a story about a cyclist. So this is from the News on 6 in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. A real piece of shit town. I blocked everybody in Oklahoma, including Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Headline is, Broken Arrow cyclist dead after collision with truck. But I skipped a word so I could build more suspense. So here we go. Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. A Broken Arrow bicycle rider is dead after colliding with the parked utility truck on Monday. Broken Arrow police say 70-year-old Ron Donaldson hit the legally parked truck in the 7700 block of East El Paso Street sometime Monday afternoon. Police say he was going about 20 miles an hour. That's pretty fucking fast for a bicycle. Let me tell you this. When he hit the truck, they say he was wearing a helmet. They say Donaldson was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. The family told News on 6 it disputes the police department's version of what happened. They say there's no way he would have been riding that fast and was an experienced rider who would not have hit a parked vehicle. Well, apparently fucking not, because he's dead. So, I'm not really sure if they should get a buzzer or if they should get a ding. Because, on one hand, the guy killed himself, which is euthanasia. Big solution voted up. On the other hand, he is adding to that thing that says, that bicyclists cause a lot of accidents. So I guess I'm just gonna have to pass judgment to say that that guy deserved to die. Case closed. Let me find this story from Mr. Lakemba. So he found this one. It says London cyclist, 2 white, male and middle class, as capital cycling chief and vowed to attack diversity problem. So let's control copy that. Dead Pirate Nico says this just in: cucks can't get off on their own. That's actually factual. So pull this up on Independent. Here we go. London cyclist, 2 white, male, and middle class, says capital cycling chief in vow to tackle diversity problem. Will Norman promised this action as figures show black, Asian, minority ethnic groups account for just 15% of the city's bicycle trips. Hashtag bicycles so white, I guess, right? Am I right, guys? Let's get into the juiciness of this story. Okay, I don't really understand. Too few women and too few people from ethnic minority groups cycle in London, and more must be done to promote diversity among a largely white, male, and middle-class biking community. The city's Walking and Cycling Commission has said. Well, I got the solution for you right now. Here's the solution. Don't let minorities drive cars. Case closed. Boom. Winner. Winner. Winner, winner. Madcucks. Eat some soup for dinner. Grand schemes such as the Cyclist superhighway network of partially segregated. This is why minorities don't want to be a part of your bicycle rules. They don't want segregation. Segregated routes linking the suburbs with the center are too often perceived as simply a way of getting, quote, middle-aged men cycling faster around the city. Will Norman acknowledge. Yeah, you need to cycle fast like a samurai. What are you talking about? He said he was considering setting diversity targets for London's cycling population to ensure progress was achieved. Black, Asian, and minority ethnic groups account for about 15% of the city's cycle trips, around two-thirds less than Transport for London estimates it could be. Speaking to The Independent, Mr. Norman, whose job it is to deliver... So here's the other fucking weird thing. There's like a chief of bicycling in London. You got so many fucking problems with your country, but you're going to appoint a public servant, a sworn public servant, who's getting paid by taxpayer money to try and get people to ride their bikes more? What's going on with this country? Your country? God damn it. No, not that... No. Buzz, not ding. God, stupid fucking thing. Alright, so, Mr. Norman, whose job it is to deliver on Sadiq Khan's... is that the guy who... I think that's a rapper. Pledged to make walking and cycling safer and easier in the capital. There's a problem with cycling. The way it's perceived as getting middle-aged men cycling faster around the city, which is not the objective of it all. And then, I mean, this article goes on for a while. Mr. Norman also responds to mounting criticism of Mr. Khan's record on delivering cycling projects after nearly 2 years in the City Hall, saying his boss had achieved more for London cyclists than Boris Johnson had in his first 6 years on the job. Nobody fucking cares, man. Ride your bike, don't ride your bike. Doesn't need to be a government issue. The government literally does not need to get involved with fucking bicycles. Ridiculous. Okay, I think I got some more Twitter ones. I'm going to scroll up. Let me look here and see if there's a good one. Negligence suit against Weber Shandwick dismissed. Let me Google that. Ashan sent that in. Maybe this is. Okay, here's something from PR Week. Let's look into this. Negligence suit against Weber Shandwick dismissed. Online personality George Orangutan filed the suit against Weber and several other defendants last November. Oh, hey, there's a gavel. God damn it! Don't mean to ring this damn bell. There's a gavel, just like my gavel here. And here's an ad from PR Week. Fuck you. In New York. This is from New York, hot off the news desk. A negligence claim against Weber Shandwick in a larger defamation case filed by comedian and satirist George Orangutan was dismissed with prejudice last week. No, that's bullshit. That's factually inaccurate. It was only mostly dismissed with prejudice. There's still a little bit of non-prejudice dismissal going on here. Okay? Bullshit. It's a bullshit story. Dismissed by New York Supreme Court judge who questioned why the agency was named in the suit. What actions did they take, said Justice Charles Ramos about Weber's role in the alleged defamation campaign? That guy's an idiot, by the way. Just because somebody used their equipment. That question aimed at Orangutan's attorney, Kevin Landau, and the dismissal at the May 16th hearing were the results Weber's attorneys were hoping for in the case. Orangutan filed last November. Weber's attorneys, along with others involved in the case, made the motion for dismissal in a January hearing. The judge agreed to Weber's motions with prejudice, which means that Orangutan can't replead the case in the state of New York. Orangutan, also known as the online personality Madcucks, sought $20 million in damage. What a joke. $20 million in damages. I got the lawsuit right here for you, buddy. Yeah, I throw this fucker at birds. That's what this is. That's my bird throwing lawsuit. Because I got a backup one. According to the suit, Defendants' actions resulted in a trolling campaign that resulted in online harassment, including death and rape threats, and lost income for orangutan. That's your own fault. Blah, blah, blah. Your motion to dismiss the complaint with prejudice is granted. Case closed. That's what the judge said. Corporation Mr. Kaufman gone out of this case. The judge also dismissed the defamation claim against Coke in his nose, a misappropriation and unfair competition claim against Coke in his nose, and a civil rights claim against all the defendants. Yeah! Champion! The other defendants were personality Dick Masterson Foundation, an SEO and marketing firm created by Dick Masterson and a couple other people. Comedian, Trevor Burt. That guy sounds pretty cool. I'd hang out with him. Online subscription platform, Patreon, and Patreon creator relations lead, Jordan Cope. Judge dismissed this claim against all those other people, but the attorney said they would replead in California, which is a mistake. You're an idiot. And sanctions are still in motion, so that was a good news story. Thank you for sharing that. Here's a good one. From Garrett W. See, I didn't even need anyone from Arkansas here. I'm not finding the CNET one. Oh, it's because I have it in there minus CNET. There it is, CNET. Steam says it will stop censoring games, publish anything that isn't illegal or trolling. Ooh. That's bad news, guys. That means Steam's just going to be a Wild West town. That's a big mistake. Steam says it will stop censoring games, publish anything that isn't illegal or trolling. Well, I mean, I guess that's good for gamers. God damn these fucking pop nonsense bitches. Get your shit out of my face. I'm trying to read the news. This is why it takes 13 hours a week to figure this shit out. There's a picture of the Steam controller on this. Steam is likely the world's biggest PC gaming marketplace with an estimated $4.3 billion in yearly revenue. That's enough to buy Star Wars or Marvel. And as many as 15 million concurrent users at any given moment. I'm logged into Steam right now. But you didn't know that. As of today, it is no longer a place that plans to engage in censorship. We need to be protected from each other. Dirty Z asks, Madcucks, did you see the interview, Geo? Did you see the interview Madcucks had with Lauren Stone? I did see that. It's kind of stupid, isn't it? Anyway. So, this one goes on to say, according to a lengthy Office blog post, who gets to be the one on the Steam store? Valve's Eric Johnson explains that there are basically, and Eric is spelled with a K, which pretty much makes him a Nazi. There are basically only two categories of content the company will reject. Things that are decided illegal, things we decide are illegal, and, quote, straight up trolling. Dick Masterson, you're not allowed to make a game. In your face. Sounds like those guidelines will still allow Valve to reject the school shooting game that briefly appeared on Steam last week. I want to play this fucking game. Case closed. I want to play that game. Just out of the morbid curiosity of it, you know? Not because I'm a school shooter, like, you know, certain blonde-haired individuals that cry for 4 months because they got blocked on Twitter. But once everybody loses their mind about something, it's like The Interview. You know, remember when the movie The Interview came out and we were all supposed to like rally around it, like, oh, America, we protect ourselves from one of the Koreas, whichever the bad one is. And we're like, yeah, let's watch it for Christmas. I was all about that nonsense. So, yeah, it basically just goes on to say that Valve's basically Nazis now, and we should stop using Steam and instead use something that's more socially conscious, like whatever Anita Sarkeesian's using. Let's go over to the Twitter feed. Sorry about that. I've had some bad allergies this week. It's a bad mamma jamma for allergies. So here's one. Here's one from Hack the Movies. He was recently on an episode of Here's What I Don't Get, and I think he just put out a video from Joker Fan 728 that's really funny. You guys should check him out. Hack the Movies on YouTube. So here we go. Ocean's 8 marketing bets on cast star power to sell heist film. Here's the funny thing about Ocean's 8. 8 basically 77% of 11. And the amount of money they're stealing, 77% of what they stole in the first Ocean's 11 movie. Well, not the first Ocean's 11 movie. The Ocean's 11 movie that had George Clooney in it. So, hashtag men only, I guess. 11 years after the last George Clooney-led caper, Warner Brothers is reviving the Ocean's franchise for a new breezy heist film with all-female cast. Who gives a shit? Ocean's 8 featuring star-studded lineup that includes Sandra Bullock, okay, I know who she is, Cate Blanchett, I recognize that name, Anne Hathaway, okay, I know who she is, Mindy Kaling, Sarah Paulson, Aquafina. That's literally her name is Aquafina. And not spelled like the water, spelled Awkwafina. That's Aquafina, am I right? I mean, am I crazy? Am I fucking crazy on this? And Rihanna. Okay, Aquafina also, I guess I do know that it's because I'm pretty sure it's water. But Rihanna and then Helen Bonham Carter. Is that the one that's married to Johnny Depp? Anyway, yeah, real star-studded cast there. Surprised you couldn't get Fatty McFatface from that one movie. This movie is set to storm theaters Friday with high hopes from the studio to relaunch the film series. You know what I have high hopes for on Friday? That I'm going to get a new cell phone, a new phaser weapon, and a Lego minifigure. That's right. I made a lot of orders this week. A lot of soup coming in, too. Reviews to the pick, which have been embargoed until Tuesday night. You know a movie is bad when they won't let you review the movie until just a couple days beforehand. Have been generally favorable with a 78% Rotten Tomatoes score so far. Rotten Tomatoes scores mean basically fuck nothing. We've fucking learned Rotten Tomatoes. They pick favorites. They pick and choose favorites. Black Panther picked favorite. Star Trek Discovery picked favorite. The Orville picked loser. They're fucking wrong. Next time, the next fucking person that tells me, oh, so and such a movie got a blah 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 rating on Rotten Tomatoes, I'm gonna punch him in the throat forever. Anyway, back to the news. The plot: Sandra Bullock plays Debbie Ocean, the sister of George Clooney's Danny Ocean. She is just getting out of jail after 5 years of incarceration. Derivative, and proves to have been just as successfully rehabilitated as her brother. Immediately getting to work on planning a new job. Pretty sure she was planning the job while she was in prison. So, fucking watch a preview, you idiots. Warner Brothers challenge: regenerating the high-rolling swagger of the film series and capturing a cast having a great time under the direction of Steven Soderbergh. Here's a closer look at how the studios promoted the movie. Trailers, posters, advertising, promotions, and stunts. Overall, one interesting note about the campaign Warner Brothers has run is how little connective material it tries to establish between this movie and the original Ocean's series. Plot-wise, there are a few mentions of Debbie Ocean's familial history and penchant for thievery, but it's not overloaded with nods to earlier films or other direct connections. That is unusual in an age where sequels and franchises are marketed with as many references to what's come before as possible, including footage from previous films. And instead, the studio is keeping the focus on selling Ocean's 8 as a breezy heist flick with lots of celebrities having a great time in a world of high fashion and thievery. Well, at least it's got that going for it. I mean, how fucking sick are we all of seeing Spider-Man get bitten by a radioactive spider over and over again, or lots of flashbacks, or being, I clapped when I saw it. I'm really sick of I clapped when I saw it movies. So, take that for what it is, I guess. 8 is also half of 88, which is the neo-Nazi symbol. The movie is basically a giant Nazi dog whistle. Oh my god, biggest dickhead is right. What kind of phone am I getting? I'm getting the cheap one that was at Costco. It's one of the ones that has the things that snap on the back. Moto Z. It's not the Moto Z. It's like the Moto Z Force 2. Moto Z2 Force. Yeah. But not the Moto Z2 Force Droid. Yeah, not the Moto Z2 Force Droid, which is a different phone that's only available through Verizon. Man, we just need to start naming phones regular ass things. Like, oh, this is the Samsung Doug. Yeah, check Doug out. It's old as shit and fucking broken, which is why I'm getting a new phone. Let's see. I'm going to stick in the Twitter feed since that was a lot of fun. I read of this entrepreneur who's breaking new ground in what can only be called the world's first YouTube personality as a news anchor. Hey, that's from Eric Dahl. That's me. Congratulations to me. I need a... There's a round of applause sound effect. I'm going to get one of those clappers. That's what I need. I need a clapper. I apologize. Alan Foster sends this from Yahoo News. Okay. So Rage Scholar sent one in on the YouTube that I'm going to get to right after this. Charleston, South Carolina. Grocery seeks dirty ward in summa cum laude censors cake. Charleston... God damn it. God fucking damn it. Cut that out of the live stream. Okay, ready we go. Here we go. For real this time. Nailed it. In Charleston, South Carolina, groceries... God damn it! Son of a bitch. Grocery sees dirty word in summa cum laude censors cake. Charleston, South Carolina. A South Carolina woman isn't happy with a grocery store censored her honor graduate son's cake, which was supposed to include the Latin phrase summa cum laude, which everybody knows, come a lot. You know, it's like Sir Mix-a-Lot. Summa cum laude. I don't know any Sir Mix-a-Lot songs. Kara Kosinski told the Washington Post a cake online from Publix that was supposed to say, "Congrats, Jacob, summa cum laude, class of 2018. She says the online message box did not like the word "cum," the Latin word for ejaculation. The computer marked it as a naughty word and substituted 3 hyphens. Kosinski said that she then filled in a box for special instructions, explaining the Latin word, and placed the $70 order. $70 for a cake? Are you out of your fucking mind? Real? What? I've never paid more than $14 fucking dollars for a cake. Also, I've never ordered a fucking cake online. Just go to the damn bakery. This woman's an idiot. Case closed. She said the store gave her a refund and a gift card when she complained. Was it a refund or was it a refund on a gift card? It's kind of confusing. We need more investigative reporting. Alright, Rage Scholar sent one over here that I need to find. Or I could just not find it because this computer apparently sucks because it's a Mac. There it is. So this is from Rage Scholar, I believe, right? Yes, Rage Scholar. Could dog flu be the next pandemic? Fucking dogs! Biggest problem! Vote it up! I told you! Both swine flu and bird flu created a stir in recent years. Yeah, because everybody's a fucking idiot. Now a new threat may be on the horizon. There's a picture of a dog with a surgical mask over his face. A new study demonstrates the influenza virus can jump from pigs to canines. What the fuck? Don't let your pigs grow up to be cowboys. Or something. Usually influenza pandemics are sparked when a virus jumps from birds to pigs and then, eventually, to humans. Influenza viruses in animal population, where there are many viral strains in one place, can mix together to create new forms, also known as evolution. When new strains jump to humans, our immune system, which have no experience with these unknown pathogens, fail to protect us. God damn it with your fucking pop-ups! No, I don't receive your goddamn newsletter, Medical News Today! I don't give a shit! I don't look at this fucking thing because the Rage Scholar sent it to me! Case closed! I'm gonna break this goddamn table. For instance, the 2009 H1N1 pandemic was caused by a virus that began in birds and then moved to pigs, where it picked up new genes from flu viruses already present in pigs before leaping into humans. Whoa! That's more leaps than Scott Bakula. Although much less common, 15 years ago, researchers documented an influenza virus that entered a horse. Horses! Another one! Biggest problem! Vote it up, you idiots! Next it's going to tell me it's going to jump into a monkey! It went from a horse to a dog to a monkey to a man, and now everybody's dead! Zargi Studio says, how do you feel about pit bulls? I mean, They're dogs, aren't they? Madcucks would never have a Mac. This is fake Madcucks. Look. Okay? I don't want this computer, but I have it. I have it for work. Okay? So just shut your hole, Mr. Kill Everything, or I'll shut it for you. Jock Shock says the funniest part is that Madcucks is reading everything I'm saying but won't comment because he's bitch made. That's literally the first thing that I've read that you have said. So, the scientists who are based on the Center for Research on Influenza Pathogenesis, Icahn School of Medicine at Mount Sinai in New York City, looked at the details of genomes of 16 influenza viruses from dogs in southern China's autonomous region. The viruses were detected in dogs that attended veterinary clinics due to respiratory problems. The authors explain their findings and importance. Dogs are gonna kill us. Vote it up. That's the problem. That's the problem. Let's see, we got any more from the Dread Pirate Nico says, I like this live stream better than some drunk lawyer live stream. That's the neo-Nazi thing. I saw that. I got the New York Research Center. Install Shut Up 10 to fix Windows 10. Okay. Okay, here's a good one. From Chris McLean. Trump reportedly asked Trudeau during testy call on tariffs, did you guys burn down the White House? Question mark? Okay. That's a wild headline. Here it is from USA Today. I bet I get a goddamn pop-up again. I'm ready. This is what I'm going to do to the pop-up. You get ready. CNN. Trump joked about Canada burning White House in War of 1812 and call with Trudeau. Is this an impeachable offense? We're going to find out. Oh, is that Biggest Dickhead sent one? I'm going to pull that one up in just a second as soon as this thing actually scrolls. President Trump blamed Canada for the burning of the White House in the War of 1812. I like how the this headline made it seem like he thought the White House burnt down this afternoon. Like, did you guys burn down the White House? No, the White House is fine. You're standing in the White House, sir. Oh, sorry. I'm just a big dumb idiot. But no, I mean, I think he may actually have a point. I'm gonna read to find out. I'm not a historian. And also, it's a joke too. So, during a call with Prime Minister Justin Trudeau to discuss the administration's tariffs on Canada's steel and aluminum imports, CNN reported. Citing unnamed sources, the cable news network reported that Trudeau asked Trump how he could cite national security as a justification for the tariffs during a, quote, testy May 25th phone call. Didn't you guys burnt down... God damn it, there's the fucking pop-up! I called it. Did you guys burn down the White House? Trump reportedly retorted. When asked if Trudeau took it as a joke, CNN source said, to the degree that one can never take what is said as a joke, the impact of... What does that mean? You take everything as a joke. Stupid. The impact on Canada and ultimately on workers in the U.S. won't be a laughing matter. Huh? Sorry, Canada. The president was evidently referring to the August 24th, 1814 burning of Washington by British troops. After defeating American troops in Bladensburg, Maryland, British soldiers invaded the city. In the only occupation of Washington in American history, the soldiers burnt several fellow buildings, including the U.S. Capitol and White House, then referred to as the Presidential Mansion. The attack was in response to an American assault on York, Ontario, but Canada did not yet exist as an independent country and was still a colony in the British Empire during the War of 1812. So the troops that burned Washington were British, not Canadian. Sounds like you're really splitting hairs there. If they came down from Canada, they're fucking Canadians. Now you're trying to pound it off on there were no Canadian troops involved whatsoever. Did they let it? Did they say A? Were they eating maple syrup? Then they're fucking Canadian. Trump called it, quote, inconceivable that national security concerns could be a legitimate reason to impose tariffs during a press conference last week and said it was an affront to Canada. Yeah, You don't know anything about security because you're a fucking drama major. And you know how I know you don't know anything about security? Because I am also a drama major, and I also know jack shit about security. Fucking stupid asshole. You fucking pretty boy douche. There's a bunch of F's. Why are there all F's? It's not, yeah. Turn off that pesky ad block. I'm sorry. Where was the one? Mr. Kill Everything, your hammer sucks. Fucking, I'm the guy that can't be beat by any of your dickheads. I'm already in the process of taking down Ricada's YouTube and the final stages of it. Yeah, good fucking luck, dude. You have fun there. You have fun with that. Here we go. Middle schoolers given bulletproof shields for starting high school. The Guardian. This sounds juicy. I remember when I was in high school, they talked about like giving us these. They were basically books, but they was just a piece of Kevlar, and you're like, put it in your backpack, and it'll protect you from bullets. Here we go. From The Guardian. Middle schoolers given bulletproof shields for starting high school. Pennsylvania students issued backplate described as kid-friendly in preparation for when terror strikes. Sam Wolfson in New York. And then also Madcucks, because I'm reporting this because I'm a reporter and a journalist and a comedian. Students at the school in Pennsylvania have received a bulletproof backplate for their backpacks as a gift for graduating the 8th grade. You didn't graduate the 8th grade. You just moved from the 8th grade into the 9th grade. Everybody does it. Not really a milestone. The ballistic shields were donated by a local company and given to students in St. Cornelius School in Chaddsford, Pennsylvania, as a leaving present before high school. The manufacturer, Unequal, claims on its website that the shield is, quote, kid-friendly and allows you to, quote, be prepared when, quote, terror strikes. The shield retails at $149, although when The Guardian checked, the site was offering a 10% off for people using somewhat tasteless discount code of, quote, battle ready. In footage of the gifting ceremony, children were left speechless by the somber tone of the gift. The president of Unequal was also invited to speak, telling students that it's, quote, it's sad times have called for such a product to be invented, but we have answered such a call. It comes at a time when sales of bulletproof backpacks and other products that claim to provide protection during a school shooting are booming. Manufacturers of the bullet blocker backpack, for example, say they saw a 300% increase since the Parkland shooting. Thanks, David Hogg. The bullet blocker blah blah blah. God, Sean, delete this. The bullet blocker backpack brought to you by David Hogg. Damn it. Fuck that up also. Sales of school security equipment reached $2.7 billion last year, and technology analytics firm IHX expects that to increase this year. Other products on the market include door barricade systems, software that scans for social media for the threat of attack, and, quote, active shooter kits, which claim to offer, quote, the essential items needed to administer first aid prior to the arrival of fire or EMS personnel. Students in some schools, including the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, are now only allowed to wear clear backpacks, because that'll stop weapons. These products are marketed by private companies and often play on parents and students' fears, but those fears are considerable. A Pew poll in April found that 57% of American teenagers and 63% of American parents, that's over 100% of people, say they are either somewhat or very worried about the possibility of school shooting happening at their school. Fear of shootings was also considerably higher among poor and non-white students. If you're really, 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 really scared of a school shooting happening at your school, you're fucking stupid. Because the chances are like less than 1%. For instance, Oklahoma has 714 school districts. About a third of those are only one. There's only one school for the whole district, which is dumb. So I think the total number ends up being somewhere around 1,300 schools in the total in the state, or 1,500 schools total in the state. You know how many school shootings we've had in Oklahoma? Less than 1%, guys. Some parents are going far as to remove the children from school entirely. That's the only way. That's the only fucking solution. There are no school shootings during the summer. Checkmate. Genius. Winner. Winner, winner. Chicken dinner. All right, let's swing over back to the Twitter feed. See what we got over here. This is the Steam censoring. Read this. Here's a Zero Hedge article. British school forces boys to wear gender-neutral skirts instead of shorts. Girls also wear shorts. There's a whole song about it. British school forces boys to wear gender-neutral skirts instead of shorts. A private secondary school in Oxfordshire, England, is banning its male students from wearing shorts during the summer months. Dickheads. And is instead requesting that they wear a more gender-neutral ensemble that includes that staple of men's athletic wear, the skirt. According to the Daily Mail, Chiltern Edge Secondary School rule change comes after an unfavorable ruling by a government agency tasked with overseeing educational standards. School leaders said the skirts were a, quote, more formal alternative to shorts. The more formal alternative to shorts is pants! Regardless of how uncomfortable it might make a male student at the school. Unsurprisingly, parents are complaining of the bizarre school dress code, which is part of a larger trend of schools adopting, quote, gender-neutral uniforms to make transgender students feel more at home. How would they feel more at home? They're supposed to embrace the gender that they think that they are by wearing that gender's clothing or whatever makes their fucking whatever bits go whatever way. If everybody's wearing the same thing, there's no way to express that. Maybe they're trying to maybe they're trying to stop transgender people. And then here's a big block of text. Following the change, parent Alistair Vance Porteus asked staff if his son could wear tailored shorts, but the school said they were not part of the uniform. The bemused father was then told the uniform policy was gender neutral and boys could of course wear a skirt if they wish. They don't wish to. The move follows the trend for, this is literally in the fucking thing already. Many schools now say skirts and trousers can be worn by either gender. Under the Equality Act, schools have a duty to protect transgender students from discrimination. The case came to light at the end of the weekend as temperatures are set to soar to 26 degrees Celsius. That's 79 degrees Fahrenheit? Oh, fucking, whoa, 79 degrees Fahrenheit. Fucking just close school. How are you people to survive? Mr. Vince Porteous said, I was told shorts are not part of the uniform. It's a shame we can't be more grown up about it. We aren't asking for a rah-rah skirts or skinny jeans, just gray tailored shorts for 2 months a year. It's not a big deal. This guy's right. I know in the past other schools have worn skirts, so I asked my son if he was able to do that, and the school said yes. Fellow parent Joanne Mudday said it's nuts to make kids wear blazers and ties when it gets very hot. Stupid. All right, here's one from Fishmonster1323. I'm copying it. YouTube live streamer Arab Andy arrested for college bomb threat prank. A YouTube live streamer who goes by Arab Andy online was arrested last night in Seattle after walking into a University of Washington classroom and playing a text-to-speech bomb threat. Sounds like a real bad fucking idea, dude. On the list of bad ideas, there's suing a former business partner for $20 million. Hey, producer, put text in after this, okay? Jesus. Suing a former business partner for $20 million. And then just above that is walking into a classroom on a college campus and playing a text-to-speech bomb threat. YouTube has since taken the live stream down for violating its terms of service. Mirror uploads are still available to watch on YouTube. Arab Andy can still be walking into a classroom and playing audio with text-to-speech donation from a viewer. Text-to-speech donations are popular with many streamers and allows viewers to donate a specific dollar amount to have their message or pre-recorded audio play on stream. Andy's stream continues after the college area is evacuated. He's heard boasting about creating a highlight reel, claiming this will be one of his biggest live streams yet. His stream continued even as he was arrested, and text-to-speech comments can be heard mocking the situation. That's pretty funny. The University of Washington Police Department issued a statement on its website following the incident. Around 5 p.m., a man walked into a classroom in Savory Hall on the University of Washington campus, filming with a phone in his hand. The UWPD said he asked for everyone's attention and a pre-recorded message emitted from a speaker on his jacket, announcing something to the effect of, the C4 is charged, and a countdown began. People ran from the room and activated the fire alarm on their way out. Smart. It's fucking smart, guys. One of the alleged people standing in the room during the bomb threat prank posted about the experience on Reddit and the subreddit claiming, And yeah, so he's still active on YouTube. Yeah, okay, so that's that story. Very fascinating. Fucking boys wearing skirts. That's just, it's not even like a transgender thing. It's just stupid. Like, that's the shit that you get made fun of for as a kid. Wearing a fucking skirt everywhere. Thought Cops. So I think I'm going to be doing an episode of Thought Cops sometime soon. I've been talking to them. They sent me one here. The Thought Cops podcast. You haven't listened to it. It's Grant Mooney and another guy. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name. But they talk about the news of the day. And they kind of do react. It's like a reaction video, but it's a podcast instead. And they talk about news stories and kind of the outrage that's around them. So he sent me a link, and it just seems to be to a bunch of other shit. So I'm not going to read that. But the headline was, Lil Pump gets his braces taken off after 6 years. Fishmonster123 says, at Madcucks, Sneaky Greek tries to paywall someone else's content. This could be the end for Asterios. Oh, this one's too good to pass. While this other one loads, Master Deceiver sent me this. It says, Indian man stabs his elderly mother to death for not cooking chicken curry for lunch. From the Daily Mail. An Indian man allegedly killed his elderly mother after he came home to find she hadn't cooked him chicken curry for lunch. Bejam Kishore, 45. 45? This guy's living the life. Bought chicken home on Sunday and gave it to his 80-year-old mother, Bajamama Mamajama, to prepare, the Times of India reported. Kishore, an alcoholic, then left his home. I don't know why you had to throw that in there. Then left his home in Badapuram to the Guntur district of the state and Hara Pradesh to go drinking. Here's a picture of some chicken curry. It looks delicious. He returned home later in an inebriated condition and found the meal was not yet ready. Then Kishore used to work as a rural medical practitioner, allegedly shot at his mother and began stabbing her. That's uncalled for, sir. His mother reportedly died at the scene and he fled. Neighbors rushed to the house after hearing the elderly woman's screams and reported the incident to police. Officers had begun a search for Kishore. His wife reportedly left him because of his alcohol addiction and took their children with her. Well, sounds like that guy's got a real fucked up life. Now he's running law. Lil Pump gets his braces taken off after 6 years. Lil Pump went straight to the jeweler to get a grill, of course. It appears Lil Pump no longer has his braces on. On Monday, the Florida sensation was all smiles as he spent most of the day showing off his pearly whites on social media. After 6 years, they took my braces off, Pump says on IG. Yes, sir. Eskeet it. He screams with all his smiles. The shit feel kind of weird, but I still look good, though, he added. The rapper has only been known to the industry with having braces, so it's quite a change for him and his fans, but for the better. However, almost immediately after getting his braces off, Pump decided to go straight to the jeweler and get a grill measured out for his mouth. No idea what type of grill he's getting, probably Honda Accord, but you know he's probably going to go big with it. This news comes just days after he spotted with Gucci Mane last week shooting a music video in Miami for a collab of theirs that's on the way. No word as of yet for when that will be dropping, but it should be here sooner than later. Check out the photos and clips. Literally, who gives a fuck? Agony, a game about dehumanizing women, isn't just bad, it's toxic. This is from Waypoint. And our good friend Lakembra. Lakembra, famous for his Dick Lies song. Fishmonster, FBI agent whose gun went off at nightclub, tested for alcohol. We talked about that on Here's Why I Don't Get This. Here's Why I Don't Get This week. About that guy. Fucking what a fucking moron. Who put one? You're an FBI agent. Buy a holster. I'm pretty sure you can write it off on your taxes. 2, you're an idiot. Agony, a game about dehumanizing women, isn't just bad. It's toxic. Patrick Klepek, and also Madcucks. A mixture of what you might find in a horny teenager sketchbook, crossed with an angry YouTuber screaming about how feminists have come to destroy their video games. They have. Let's be fair. Feminists haven't come to destroy our video games. Feminists have come to just ruin our fun. Feminists don't like when other people have fun, so they gotta ruin it, because they're fun ruiners. There are bad video games, and then there's Agony. In the past, I've argued that it's useful to play bad games so you can better appreciate the well-made ones, but not here. It's one thing for a game to be poorly designed, which I assure you Agony is, but it's another to come away from the experience with a sense of disgust. I wonder what the people behind the game were thinking. It's not just that Agony is an awful, frustrating way to spend a few hours, but how the game, over and over, reminds you as an axe to grind with 50% of the population. Agony, a game whose pitch is walking through a totally fucked up version of hell, describes itself as a first-person survival horror game. The screenshots are seductive. The actual in-game visuals less so. But it's not hard to see how the game managed to rocket past its jokey $66,666 fundraising target on Kickstarter, eventually nabbing $182,642. Hell isn't a new setting for video games. See Doom, Shadows of the Damned, God of War, Bayonetta, etc. But outside of Dante's Inferno, it's typically the equivalent of an ice stage on a way to change the look of things. Agony promised a lengthy trip to the underworld, one pulsing with the flesh centers, surrounded by grotesque aesthetic, riffing on the mind of H.R. Geiger. Okay. Have you never seen H.R. Geiger's work? There's a lot of tits. There's a lot of tits in H.R. Geiger. That's a pitch that works for a lot of people, myself included. Oh, well, then you're part of the problem. Case closed. Madcucks reads the news, everybody. I'm gonna slow jam the shit out of the news. Like a badass. Hell's such a conceptually fascinating idea. Especially when you go beyond the pools of blood and start trying to imagine the logistics and politics of such a place. Who gives a shit about the politics of hell? These are not the details Agony is concerned with. It's more interested in coming across as badass, without acknowledging how it's accomplishing that, or what kind of toxic... Every time I read the word toxic, I want to just kill myself. Because we're fucking diluting these words. Toxic, racist, sexist, fascist. It's just like you use it 100 times. You describe a video game because the video game's got like women being tortured. I'm sure men are also being tortured in this video game. It's not toxic. It just sucks. You spend 95% of Agony waiting for poorly designed AI enemies to walk past you so you can sprint to the next area. It's not scary, it's not fun, it's not interesting. This game wants you to sneak around and be careful. There's even a button to hold your breath, but the AI has no idea what's going on most of the time, so you're better off just holding down the run button, knowing they're likely to get caught on some geometry. Another dimension where one where Agony is worth playing like the maze. The maze-like design reflects the patchwork nature of hell itself, but here, it's Agony's way of padding how much time you spend in the game. If you get lost, you won't realize there's really only 90 minutes of stuff to do, and would have been better without any of the game elements entirely. What? You don't like the game elements, you don't like the design, what do you want? Do you just want someone to hold up some pictures for you? Here's some pictures of a video game. Picture 1, here's picture 2, here's picture 3. Fucking weirdo. What a weird way to... I was annoyed, but wanting to see the whole game through, I eventually resorted to putting a YouTube walkthrough of the game on another monitor, sure I wouldn't get stuck again. Well, sounds like you're a noob. Slut horror, I can nearly feel her red cunt. These are just a handful of gender-targeted comments found in everything from characters to diary entries. It's the game doing world building. Your character doesn't speak in Agony outside of the game grunting. The story of Agony is trying to tell it's muddled and confusing, but in short, you're a bad person who did bad things on Earth, and when you died, you arrived in Hell, but you quickly learned there might be a way out. If one of Hell's leaders, the Red Goddess, grants passage. Agony, the Red Goddess, is a succubus, a demon known for seducing men. She lords around the place naked. The Red Goddess should be allowed to do as she pleases, so strut your birthday suit all you want, but Agony wields this image with the subtlety of a brick. It's a mixture of what... I'm sure there's also things where they call like a dude an asshole or a prick, or, I feel like there's a lot of cherry picking in this. Bullshit. What do we got? Preposterous. Someone said preposterous. What we got over here? At Madcucks, Fishmonster123 is an update on the Arab Andy arrest. They were playing the ISIS theme as he was getting arrested. That's incredible. That's incredible, everybody. Yeah, the Sharky says, this is an editorial from you. Sharky says that the people who demand the end of toxicity also danced and cheered when Total Biscuit died of cancer. You just shouldn't do that. Biscuits are delicious. Pablo Soto, hey, what's up? Hey, it's Grant Mooney. Yo, yo. Here's a good one. Comcast Business had a countrywide outage of phone lines today. It went down for 4+ hours. Oh, this is from 9 in the Line. Comcast Business customers across the country were left without phone service for several hours on Wednesday. Comcast Business experienced a nationwide outage that hit its voice phone service for several hours on Wednesday. According to the website Down Detector, outages reported in several major cities including San Francisco, Chicago, Seattle, Denver, Atlanta, Houston, New York, and Philadelphia. There's a pop-up right there. As of 2:15 p.m. Pacific Time, small businesses on both coasts were still reporting on Twitter their phone lines were down. Comcast said in a statement provided to ZDNet, the service disruption specifically hit Comcast Business Voice and Voice Edge Select services. The company did not say how many customers were impacted. Our engineers began working to address the issue immediately, and services have been restored for most of our customers. We recognize that some customers are still impacted, and we expect the issue to be fully resolved shortly. We have every resource focused on getting everyone back online, and apologize again to customers who were affected. The outage is a black eye for Comcast Business, which is Comcast's fastest growing business segment. In its most recent financial report published in April, Comcast said the unit delivered a revenue of $1.73 billion, up 11.9% from a year ago. Comcast added a net 29,000 business customers in the first quarter. You know, that reminds me of when I was in high school. We had this huge ice storm in Tulsa. Knocked out power to 3/4 of the city for upwards of a week. It was rough shape, and so everybody's out of power for a week. The reason why we were out of power is because the PSO, Public Service Oklahoma, AEP, PSO, American Electric Power, and PSO did not do the regular maintenance, trimming branches away from the power lines, etc. So when the ice came and leaned on the trees that were all dead and dying and hadn't been trimmed in years and years, fell on the lines and broke them. But everybody had power for a long time. It was a very discomfortable way to spend winter. And when the power came back on, they charged everybody a huge service fee for restoring the power because they lost a fuckload of money not having power, not providing power to anybody. So they don't get that money for those days. And then they also had to expend a bunch of money to fix their fucking problem. So they raised rates and instituted a service fee to recoup the losses that they suffered from the ice storm. Hey, shitheads. Yeah. Anyway, it's Comcast for you. Lakemba asked, at Madcucks, what's your favorite episode of Sex and the City? Oh, just, man, all of them. You know, there's so much sex, and New York is such a great city, and they're just, they're sexing all the time, and it's ladies having sex with each other and stuff. That's really hot. It's some hot shit. OMG Bear says, I unironically want to hug Madcucks. Well, if you come to Dallas, you probably can. Sharky, yeah, he probably for the report on Agony, he said he probably wanted it to be a walking simulator. You're absolutely right. Let's see if there's any more news. There's a Steam post. I did that one. Crocodile eats a dog after being taunted for a decade. Okay, this sounds awesome. This is from Mr. Kill Everything. Throw this sucker up here. How long has this stream been going? I don't have the counter up. Crocodile eats a beloved terrier that spent a decade taunting it. Well, it sounds like you fucking deserved it, dude. Bark, bark, bark. A saltwater crocodile is eating a dog that made him... Go, crocodile. A saltwater crocodile is eating a dog that made a mockery of it for years to the horror of onlookers. At Goat Island Lodge, south of Darwin... This is fucking south of Darwin. That's too good. In the middle of the crocodile-infested Adelaide River, guests had gathered to watch Pup Pippa perform her favorite trick, running. People were sitting here to watch this dog taunt basically a dinosaur. You're all idiots. Running at Casey, the crocodile, to scare her back into the river. But to the alarm of those looking on, including the owner, Kai Hansen, Pippa ran straight at her head, and Casey did what crocs do. The video of Pippa being dragged in the water was made worse by the screams of bystanders, but serves as a bleak warning about the river's dangers. As Mr. Hansen has conceded, it was something that had a high probability of happening sometime. Way to fix the barn door after the horses have come home. Mr. Hansen came to the island 15 years ago to escape city life, living amongst a gaggle of dogs, birds, and crocodiles. While Pup Hot Dog was famous for barking along the tunes of the harmonica, Pippa, also known as Dumb Blonde, man, you can't write this shit, quickly became known for chasing the crocodile more than 100 times her weight, with ABC covering the dog's exploits just last year. You will see things you do not believe possible, Mr. Hansen had told reporters as Pippa ran at the croc in 2017. Take my word for it. Speaking to ABC Radio this morning, Mr. Hansen said he was really sad and had not watched the video of Pippa's demise. But he did not think it was fair to blame the crocodile. She's not doing something wrong. She's just doing what crocs do, he said. In the early days, she actually had a go at me a couple of times. These days, I just throw food out from up the top, and no one is allowed to walk down there. Yeah, because your fucking dog was eating you, dipshit. Someone on social media lashed out at Mr. Hansen, saying he was to blame for encouraging the little dog to run up to the reptile fucking tank. But he said he was simply part of the dog's nature. Comparing it to the dog he had as a child that would not stop chasing after cars. Big difference is the car less likely to eat you. Crocodile expert Adam Britton agreed the croc should not be destroyed for eating the dog. He said it was a different situation when crocodiles attacked humans because that showed they learned how to attack large prey items and might do it again. But he said the small dog was exactly the sort of prey item a crocodile would target. The dog got right up close to the crocodile's head, Mr. Britton said. If a crocodile attacks a person, it's a little bit different because that can potentially lead to getting another large prey item, to put it bluntly. So in a situation like that, often the crocodile is taken out of the system. But a dog, at the end of the day, is not really going to make much of a difference to its behavior. He said studies from around the world showed that attacks on dogs by crocodiles, alligators, and tigers and bears, oh my, and caimans were high. He believed the incident should come as a warning to anyone in a crocodile habitat, but particularly when they've had small dogs with them. Going near the water where there's crocodile is a really dangerous thing to do. We always encourage people to stay away from the water in general. But if you've got a dog with you and you're just compounding that risk, he said, that's fucking awesome. Can I watch this video? I want to see this dog get eaten.
Okay,
You've seen it all.
little dog. Impossible. Word for it.
True to his word, scares away.
Oh man, that's a fucking video of the dog scaring the crocodile off. You suck. I want to see this dog get eaten. Bullshit. Fucking bullshit ass news site. Horse cockery. I want to thank again, just for a good measure, I want to thank the Dread Pirate Nico for his $1 contribution and his $2 contribution. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate that. I will be getting that money in about 3 years because Google sucks. We've got the interview with Lauren Stone, or Sloan, whatever her fucking name is. See, we got any new news stories? Here we go. I thought you hated New York. Are we witnessing a live Madcucks versus Madcucks? No! I love the city. The city part of New York. New York. Ridiculous. At Madcucks, any feeling on Ontario's election a possible Conservative win? Literally, who cares? Were the nudes worth losing mental Jess? Absolutely. That bitch is crazy. Case closed. Are you feeling Southwest Airlines investigating alleged in-flight masturbator on TMZ? Well, let's find this one now then. Put that story on this window. And over here. Whoa, we got a big $20 donation from Guns Beer Freedom 87. It's not weird that I'm watching this in my shower, is it? Keep up the great work, buddy. You know, just as long as you've got some handles for safety and whiskey to stuff in your butt. So, we've got on screen one, Southwest Airlines investigating an in-flight masturbator. It's not the same thing as possible fucking hijacking. Those words mean different things. Southwest was alerted by a female passenger who said she spent the entire flight from Las Vegas to Philadelphia. Of course, Philadelphia. Hats off to Philadelphia, everybody. Sitting next to a guy who has his iPad open on the tray table, watching porn without using headphones or anything. What a hero. What a fucking hero. We shouldn't... Don't be scared by some genitals, lady. Maybe you should have reached over. Helped him out. Maybe you should have let him get some business going on you. Maybe it was an invitation. You missed out. The passenger added, twice now his body has started shaking in the throes of his orgasmic bliss. I'm so disgusted. According to the passengers, the alleged dirtbag whipped out his penis in plain sight, ejaculated into a cocktail napkin, and then handed it to a flight attendant to throw away. That's revolting. There's no way your staff was working on this flight haven't witnessed what's been happening, the woman said. A rep for Southwest replied to the passenger on Twitter telling the woman to alert a flight attendant, but the passenger refused because she felt it would put her at risk. Fucking ask to move, you idiot! Southwest then told the woman to speak with a crew member after the flight landed. The passenger did not take that plane either. Then it's not that big of a fucking problem. If you're not willing to do anything at all to fix it, it's not a fucking problem. God, fucking stand up and take some pride in yourself. Fine, I will stay aboard until everyone else gets off the flight. Continue the torture, because that's exactly what someone who's been assaulted like this wants. Fucking punch him in the dick if it's that big of an issue, lady. Fucking stupid. We spoke to the female passenger who told us upon landing she waited in her seat to speak with the crew. She says the alleged masturbator waited a little while as well and then finally patted her on the head and said, "Hope you enjoyed the show," and left. The female passenger says she spoke with the plane's crew who referred her to the local supervisor, could only offer her a dinner voucher. She's now in contact with Southwest honchos. So here's the problem with Southwest. Since there's no assigned seating, there's no way to tell who fucking sat next to you. They'll never catch the guy. This guy jerked it and got away with it. Craziness. Over here on this screen, Texas man recovering after he was bitten by a rattlesnake he had just decapitated. Yeah, they can still do that. You know that? Pretty fucked up shit. A Texas man is recovering after he was bitten in the hand by a rattlesnake he had just decapitated. ABC Corpus Christi affiliate KLLLLL yourself reported. Jennifer Sutcliffe and her husband were doing yard work at their Corpus Christi home on May 27th when she spotted a 4-foot rattlesnake lurking nearby. She told the station Sutcliffe's husband grabbed a shuffle, and shoved the snake's head. When he went to pick up the head to dispose of it, he was bitten. It's scoop and throw. The snake released all of its venom into Sutcliffe's husband, causing him to immediately experience seizures, loss of vision, and internal bleeding. Photos from the incident show that his hand swelled up considerably and was covered in dark purple bruises. Sutcliffe said the 24 hours after the bite were the worst. Doctors initially told Sutcliffe that her husband may not make it despite large amounts of anti-venom. A snake bite victim usually administered 2 to 4 doses. Sutcliffe's husband was given a whopping 26. Why don't they just say his name? Why is it Sutcliffe's husband? He has a name. This violence against men will not stand. He has weak kidney function. Yep. Some reflective motion. Yep. But, yep. Okay. So, there you go. There's that. Madcucks, so you do an Under the Bridge stand-up tour to compete with the Stereos? Do I have to sing that song? Under the bridge downtown, something, Madcucks, because that's literally the same city as the Ultimate Madcucks versus Madcucks. No, it's not. That's not the same thing. Yo, you're an idiot. Jaeger Mitchell. Stupid. Stupid idiot. At Madcucks, what's your favorite internet miscarriage comic? I don't know, man. Asterios is gonna put the Garage Show behind a Patreon paywall. Alan Foster, is this breaking news? He's gonna put this behind a paywall? Something that someone else is paying for? Absolute preposterous. Have you ever seen a cartoon called Gulf City? I think you would like it. Check it out on YouTube, Fright Power, and all hail Blue Whale. Thank you, Radioactive Moss. I will try to do that. What are you going to do about Skolnick? You were going to make a little speech. It's not do any good. Want to know why? Because I'm strong and you're weak. Because I'm the type of guy that everybody here wants to be like, and you're pathetic. And that's the way it is. That's the way it's going to be. And there's nothing you can do about it. I feel like there's some context that I'm missing there. At Madcucks, when Asterios tries to paywall your content, will you sue him again? Oh, I'm already suing him, buddy. Yeah. There's a lot more toilet paper where this came from. Are you an MRA now? No, I didn't join the NRA. Yeah, Jaeger Mitchell, you idiots need to understand that Madcucks is the only YouTuber covering current live news such as these stories from early last week. See? Finally, someone gets it. Finally. Reading our retarded, half-thought-out, drunk comments legitimately on air, run-on sentences and all really sells this shtick. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm great. Garrett W., good night, Madcucks. I'm going to bed now. Good night, sir. At Madcucks, why did Mental Jets break up with you? Because she's weak. Let's see. I had some Google News up that I was going to look at earlier. Why don't we take a look at some Google News? See if there's anything good in the breaking news category. Crisis averted. How the Democrats avoided disaster in California. This should be good. Got some very important messages. Both Dems and Geo, blah, blah, blah. CNN, it was painful getting there, but the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee's strategy to interview in the contentious and complicated primaries in California. Jesus fucking Christ, that's a long-winded saying that they won. Fuck. It can be seen in the inflection point in the 2018 midterm. Should the Democrats wrest control of the U.S. House? So this will be history if by some fucking magic the Democrats win. Baloney. The committee's decision to pick some Democrats over other Democrats and slam their decision to run certain candidates and not other candidates really worked out for them. Wow, thanks for that really in-depth, hard-hitting coverage, CNN. This is why no one fucking likes you. Case closed. After months of worry, Democrats would be in the ballot in nearly all the states. 50. Were they not going to be on the ballot before? Isn't that how elections work? Don't primaries decide? Do I not know how primaries work? Am I an idiot here? Oh no, California just has stupid, ridiculous primaries that just advance the top two vote getters. Just make it ranked choice and have there be one winner, and then you're done. That's literally unreadable. From Vice, here's one that made my head hurt. This is from Chris McLean. So it could be possible to run 2 Democrats and 2 Republicans. So just fucking do the ranked choice voting and have there just be one winner and end it. Fucking stupid. Jared Leto is the Joker we deserve. The actor is getting his own Joker movie, which will be the perfect piece of cinema for the Trump era. Hold on, I'm going to get my knife and whittle this into a point and kill myself. On Tuesday, Variety reported that Jared Leto will reprise his role as the Joker from 2016 Suicide Squad in a standalone film about the Batman villain / emo icon. When the news broke, the collective groans of Batman fans and critics was deafening. Sorry, folks, I wished too hard for comic book movies when I was 13 years old. This one's on me, quipped New York Times culture reporter David Itzkoff. Fuck that guy. That guy ruined it for all of us. Case closed. Wouldn't it be easier to take all the money, put it in a garbage can, and set it on fire? Mused a drag race contestant. This is a hate crime, more than one Twitter user joked. No, now Twitter users can joke. The negative response to the currently untitled Joker movie is predictable. Yeah, because he was terrible. Leto's performance in Suicide Squad was critically panned, and so was the film, which has a 27% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. I'll punch you in the throat forever. It did, however, make a lot of money. Leto didn't have much screen time in Suicide Squad. When he did appear, his rendition of the Joker was comically campy, like a suburban Hot Topic manager's idea of edginess. Whoa! I need some sunscreen for that burn. Unlike Heath Ledger, who performed the role with seemingly effortless grit, Leto's Joker is trying extremely hard to let you know what a twisted badass he is. Leto's performance was as hammy as his costume, neon green hair, an excess of haha tattoos, and red rosy lips. In one of the flashback scenes where the Joker is torturing his psychiatrist turned paramour, Harley Quinn, after she helps him escape from Arkham Asylum, he half whispers, his big smile showing off the metal grills affixed to his teeth that look like braces. Oh, I'm not going to kill you. I'm just going to hurt you really, really bad. As New York Anthony's Lane wrote in his review, Leto's attempt at pure evil is roughly as frightening as Goodnight Moon. In one scene where the Joker lies, and this is now just a review of Suicide Squad. Yeah, okay. Cool. Road rage fight, Madcucks versus Kimball. He'll cower out because he's a coward. That's why he's been just blustering for 4 months instead of doing anything. I don't play video games because I have no live. I play games because I hate women and minority self-defense situation. Hey, Madcucks, what is a game fart? It's a canceled podcast that doesn't exist anymore. Madcucks, shouldn't you be prepping for your next unannounced TEDx talk by studying Dark Souls 2? That's a good idea. Madcucks, Star Trek is for people who have no taste in entertainment and have weird obsessions with murdering young women. No, that's incorrect. Dictator says, what's up, my brothers? Gad Banaba News says more interesting than the other one. At Tillip is wrong, and I agree with that. Madcucks, I just farted and do not care if anybody smells it. Why does Sage have a problem with it? I don't know. Goodnight Moon, good God, man. You don't just say that title without warning people. Just about had a heart attack. Best Debate takes as long to produce as Suicide Squad because they're the same length. Oh, that's some funny shit. Here's a story from Think Progress. Trump's Ramadan dinner is a charade. They all are. Everything politicians do is a charade. Welcome to reality, Think Progress. A single dinner does not an ally make. Ilham Khatami, June 6, 2018. This is breaking fucking news. 11:33 a.m. This story's only 12 hours old. In your faces. All right. Speaking of which, I gotta work early in the morning, so I should probably be wrapping this up. The Trump administration plans to hold its first iftar dinner at the White House on Wednesday, a surprising break from the president's decision not to hold one last year. Oh yeah, a whole 1 year of that streak. He had a 1 year streak going. He almost had a 2 year streak, but then he broke it. So, guess maybe next year he'll not do it. But in continuing the decades-long annual White House tradition commemorating the Muslim holy month of Ramadan, President Donald Trump aims to distract us from his lengthy history of Islamophobia. That's right. He hates everybody. and we shouldn't fall for it. By hosting this iftar dinner, Trump intends to create a defense, so when we call him out for Islamophobia, he can quip back with, "I love Muslims. I had them over for dinner." Tweeted Yale University student activist Ziad Ahmed, who attended the White House iftars during the Obama administration. Wow, so he's like an expert on it then. People should never report tweets. Tweets aren't news. They're not news. They're just annoying. 100% of tweets are annoying. My tweets, they're just annoying. But a single dinner does not erase the fact that Trump has made incendiary and hateful comments towards Muslims. Then fucking name one! While simultaneously enacting policies that hurt Muslims domestically and abroad. Again, no details. Trump's anti-Muslim bigotry dates back to before his campaign for president. Throughout President Barack Obama's presidency, Trump questioned Obama's birthplace and faith. He often speculated that Obama may be Muslim, attempting to otherize the president and call his commitment to the United States into question. This is the underlying sentiment behind much of Trump's bigotry against Muslims. He doesn't see Muslims as compatible with America. Trump hasn't just normalized Islamophobia. He's conflating Islamophobia as an integral aspect of his conception of patriotism. Citation needed. To kick out all Syrian refugees, they could be ISIS. Yeah. Yeah, okay. This is a long article just to call Trump a racist and report this guy's tweets. If I wanted to see this guy's tweets, I'd follow him on Twitter. You could tell Obama loved Muslims by how he sent them gifts using drones out in Yemen and Saudi Arabia. That's a paraphrase of Tillip's quote. Madcucks, how do you feel about the pearly dressed, sunken-eyed Babadook that parodies you on the internet? You know, that guy just needs to shut it down. Either come fight me, as I have offered you to, and now, as I've been listening to old episodes of Biggest Problem, he said several times he would fight people in person. Come fight me, dude! Come fight me! I will give this to you. You can have this crown if you beat me. Please fight me. It'd be awesome. How awesome would that be? How fucking awesome. Could go in there like fucking Andy Kaufman with fucking sparklers and walk in, take off the towel, and then just fucking duke it out. Wouldn't that be cool? That'd be cool as shit, man. Definitely the only person online doing live news readings. Exactly, Michael Brasilius. And then, Dictator says, "We heart you, Madcucks. Kim Bell can get double raped." Pioneer of new media, Madcucks. That's correct. Madcucks doesn't even have a high energy nickname for Kim Bell. That's because he's too unimportant to get one. Kimball the Cuck. You should work for Trump at Madcucks. I should. It'd probably pay me very well. At Madcucks, if you spend all your time citing sources in your news articles, then how will you have enough time to spin your narratives? That's a good point. How will you do your narratives? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. See if there's anything new in the Twitter sphere. There's not. Cool. How many podcasts with Clegg does Madcucks have? How many podcasts with Clegg does Kimball have? None. I mean, the dude's literally his only notable contribution to the show is getting kicked out of several events, making Kimball spurg out, which literally anybody could have done. I mean, I had Kimball on one of my live streams, and we asked him all kinds of questions. We had a real pleasant conversation. There was a lot of back and forth. It was a lot of fun. I mean, he's a fucking weirdo, but, you know, could have spurged him out if I wanted to. And then he interviewed those high school girls. It's kind of weird. That's it, right? I mean, the guy looks like he's fucking swelled up like a balloon. So, he's just uninteresting. He's boring. If he was gonna do something, he would have done it 4 months ago. So, anyway, let's see if there's any more. One last good news story in Google News. Here we go. Stormy Daniels sues her former lawyer, accusing him of colluding with Trump attorney Michael Cohen. So, since she didn't get what she wanted, she's going to sue her attorney. That's a good strategy. That's a good strategy. I approve that strategy. Case closed. Stormy Daniels sues her. God damn it. Fucking Los Angeles Times. They gotta load up. The page starts to load, and then it loads every other fucking ad and other bullshit. I'm not interested in this newsletter. Get fucked. They just need a get fucked button. Stormy Daniels sues her former lawyer, Keith David. Oh, Keith David was her lawyer? That guy's got a cool voice. On Wednesday, saying he went behind her back to advance President Trump's interests in the scandal over their alleged affair. Daniels calls Davidson a puppet of the president and his attorney, Michael Cohen, who paid her $130,000 to keep quiet about what she says was a one-night stand with Trump in 2006. Citing text messages between Davidson and Cohen, she accused her lawyer of colluding with Trump's attorney to her detriment. Davidson, whose law office is in Beverly Hills, denied any impropriety. He said he welcomed the lawsuit because it would free him to defend himself publicly against false allegations made by Daniels' current attorney, Michael Avenatti. You know who she should get? Kevin Landau. In effect, it waives the attorney-client confidentiality that has kept him muzzled as Avenatti attacks him, Davidson said. Oh, this is spicy. This outrageously frivolous lawsuit is yet another desperate attempt by Michael Avenatti to continue his publicity tour as a well-divert attention from the recent allegations against him relating to bankruptcy proceedings and the failure to withhold millions of federal employee taxes. Davidson, alluding to the bankruptcy and tax delinquency of Egan Avenatti law firm in Newport Beach, the New York federal judge admonished Avenatti last week for denigrating Cohen in frequent television appearances that she dismissed as a publicity tour. The judge, Kimba Wood, was presiding in a court dispute over FBI raids on Cohen's office, home, and hotel room. Her comments led Avenatti to drop his request to participate in the case. Mr. Davidson is a liar and a scumbag, Avenatti said by email. He is now trying to distract away from his own unethical lapses by telling lies about things wholly unrelated to this case. He also clearly does not know the law as it relates to the attorney-client privilege. Daniels' complaint in the state Superior Court in Santa Monica is the third suit she has filed involving her alleged sexual encounter with Trump in the early years of his marriage to Melania Trump. In March, she sued the president to avoid the non-disclosure agreement that bars her from speaking publicly about it. In April, Daniels sued Trump for defamation over a tweet saying her story about being threatened in 2011, if she revealed her affair, was a total con job. Definitely defamation. Daniels' latest lawsuit also names Cohen as it says Cohen know that Davidson has a professional obligation not to collude with him to the benefit of Trump, but Cohen made a conscious decision to participate in the wrongful blog. In the weeks before November 2016 presidential election, Davidson and Cohen negotiated the deal to pay Daniels the hush money. Cohen attorney Brent Blakely did not return a call seeking comment. Daniels, whose real name is Stephanie Clifford, then why do we keep calling her a different fucking name? Case closed. The complaint includes text messages and then just goes on and on. Will Trump get impeached for this? We'll find out. We will find out. Madcucks, why does Kimball wear a banana? Why do you think the high school girls thought of the banana? They probably thought it was delicious because bananas are a good source of potassium. I think he wears a banana because he has literally no other jokes and he figures, hey, if I just do some random shit, people will think I'm funny. And just let the Cavs game. I wish I could have watched this instead. Hey, sorry, Joe Guy. I had the game on the background. Sorry, buddy. Yep. And Madcucks, you should bang a porn star. That way you can be cool like Trump. I've banged all the porn stars. Winner. Winner, winner. Chicken curry dinner that I stabbed my elderly mother to death over. So, I believe that is it. Let's see if there's any spiciness on the Reddit. Thanks for the facts, Madcucks. You're welcome, Lakembra. You gotta get the facts, Jax. Larry Blender is doing an AMA. Someone's looking for some dickheads in Wales. Sneaky McGee's telling us to cool out for a bit. How does Maddox retweet this earnestly? Oh, it's just another one stupid thing that he says. And yeah. Okay, so I'm going to open these Reddit stories. I am Larry Blender. There are many boomers left in the world, but there's only one Larry Blender. Take no shit. Join your Shit Your Pants Dojo today. And the Patreon Ask me anything about who I am. Thanks for the support. Be sure to follow my show on Patreon. Take your first steps towards greatness by joining the Shit Your Pants Dojo. Merch at the bottom. Wow, that's a long fucking post. Wow, who cares? Lucifer Love Monkey. Any truth to rumors you were dumped by a mental jest? No, I dumped her because I'm awesome. Michael Brucelia says Madcucks should be interviewed by Pop Lurker instead. I agree. I tried to tell her that the fairness doctrine requires her to interview me, since she interviewed what's his name? So here we go. Yeah, so this guy's telling us to calm down about shitting on Maddox, which I disagree with. I like shitting on Maddox because he's such a shithead. Very cool shitting on Maddox for keeping his girlfriend. Also cool shitting on Maddox for leaving his girlfriend. His girlfriend left him. It's a big difference. Yeah, okay, that was really disappointing. Have you played Unreal Tourney 2018? I have not. George Orangutan is his name. That is correct. And yeah, Madcucks is the coolest guy in the universe. There we go. That's the facts. That's the way they're reported. I'm your host, Madcucks. Sorry for the technical interruption at the beginning. I guess my very expensive audio interface is just not up to the task of fucking one microphone into XSplit. But I'm probably dumping XSplit now because this is pissing me off the last time. So, thanks for watching. This is Madcucks. Until next time, case closed. Hey, that's a good sound. Thanks, guys.